Loud. Okay, we're officially recording. So today is what, March 8th? Is today the 8th? I think today's the 8th. Yes, March 8th. Okay, so it is March 8th. I am Peg Wilson, your star director for Team Embrace, and this is our monthly meeting for March. So I was going to do some shout outs and stuff like that, but you know what? We're gonna table the shout outs and just get to some stuff that on the leadership meeting today with Jason and Sarah, or actually it was Jason and Deb. There were some things that they talked about that I thought were really important, and I thought it was really good for us to kind of share them. We all know that part of our business is staying consistent, and consistency is really, really important if you're somebody who wants to build your business or just maintain your customer base. So even if you're somebody who's a hobbyist, consistency is really the key to keeping up with your customers and making sure that you keep in touch with them. You build a relationship, you build that rapport, and that really helps you stay in touch with them and get reorders. So there's lots of systems that you can use. Does anybody have any particular systems that they do use to keep in touch with your customers? Don't all shout out at once. On the phone, there you go. Jennifer calls them on the phone, you know? Anybody else use anything in particular to do your customer follow-ups? Okay, well, whatever system you do use, I use Amy. So, most of you know what Amy is. Ariel, you'll learn about Amy. Amy is actually a system that is it's a separate app that will connect to your Scentsy system, to your workstation, and it will pull through your customer information. And you can use that. It kind of gives you reminders. It gives you reminders to follow up with your customers, to follow up with your team, and you could set the reminders for how often you want to be reminded. But whatever system it is that you use, the system that works is the one that you're going to use. So make sure that you're using something to follow up. I don't care if you write it down, pencil and paper. For a while I was using, back when I first started, I would get index cards, and I had index cards written out before I really understood the workstation. But use the workstation, use your contact information, and there's a little note section in there that now I use. But I was a paper person, so I used to write their name on an index card, and when they put an order in, I would put the date that they put the order in, and then I had a little file folder where I'd say, okay, and then I'd move it to the next tab, follow up with them in 2 weeks, so that I knew in 2 weeks I pulled out that stack and I would follow up with those people. Now we have a bunch of electronic systems that we can use for that, but I would do that, and that was my customer reminder. And you could still do something similar to that. Write it on your calendar when it's time to follow up with them. I use the Scentsy. I use their book, but I actually just got invited to Jackie Watts, who's like a guest on our page. She just invited me to there's some kind of a direct sales company that actually does, what are these called? Come on, somebody spit it out. Agenda book. There we go. Agenda book. So there's some kind of a direct sales company that actually does these custom agenda books. And there's like pages for like customers, there's pages for team members, where you can write all that information in there and use that as a follow-up system. So I might invest in that. But the one that's in the Scentsy store is really good because it gives you, there's plenty of room here. I bought these little extra things that you can put your little notes on. There is a tracker. There's a tracker here to do your daily numbers, to put all your tracking in here. I recommend that you start doing that. I didn't do it for years and years. Start from the very beginning, tracking your numbers. It's really, really important. And go onto the Scentsy workstation and search on Power Hour. You will get these two documents. So this one is the instruction document on what to do. And then this is the worksheet. So the Power Hour worksheet, let me see if I can hold this a little still here. Okay, so the Power Hour worksheet just gives you ideas on things that you can do. So it's do your follow-up, do your networking, you're checking in with people that you want to stay in touch with, sharing the opportunity, cultivating the vital behaviors. And it also talks about spending some time for you. On the director call today, the superstar director that was doing the training, one of the things that I thought was really key that she put out there was, so many people say, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time because I've got work to do, and I've got, kids running around the house, and with COVID, the kids aren't going to school and like all this other stuff. And she said, so if it's important to you, you'll make the time. So she gets up every day at 5:30 in the morning. She gets up at 5:30 in the morning because the kids are still sleeping. And that's where she does her little power hour. She does her self-care, for maybe like the first half hour. She does things where she does meditation. She has her cup of coffee. She does a little bit of exercise in there, and then she starts her day getting stuff ready for her kids and then works her power hour in between. It doesn't have to be done in one foul swoop. And I've always told my team, if you set aside, and it doesn't matter whether you're a hobbyist or you're somebody that's in this for a career, if you set aside 15 minutes 3 times a week, your business will grow. But within those 15 minutes, you have to be committed to what you're going to do. So dedicate it specifically to this business. Set aside business hours just like you would with any other job. So the power hour, again, it tells you to record your monthly goal and then what your current is, but it gives you 5 lines to do follow-up. So follow up with 5 people. If you follow up with 5 people a day, it doesn't have to be a long conversation. It could be a little text. It could be comment on their Facebook post. It could be shooting them a message in Messenger. Just do some kind of a follow-up. Do some networking. I just had and I can't believe that I didn't think of this before, but I had a Tastefully Simple consultant reach out to me and she said to me, hey, would you be willing to exchange sample packets? And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, how about if you give me 10 of your sample packets and I give you 10 of mine, and your next 10 orders, put my packets in there, and my next 10 orders, I'll put your packets in there, and we can, share information with our customers. It's a free, and I'm like, I didn't ever think to do that before. Like, our businesses are totally different. I mean, obviously I'm going to put mine in like these, I have these little Mylar somewhere, these little Mylar sealed bags, so I can seal this and then I don't have to worry about like my stuff getting mucky with the Tastefully Simple food, because I'm sure people wouldn't be too happy if I put my wax with their food. So, but that's a nice way to networking. And then you're checking in. So your checking in is not necessarily following up on an order. Pick 5 people that you haven't heard from in a while. Pick, 5 people that are on your team and just check in with them to say, hey, how's things going? That's all about the networking. And it's all about building your customer base. Some of the vital behaviors. So this talks about, doing your daily stats, and that's like how many people are enrolled in your team, what's your team size, what's your group size. That's really for once you start building a team. But, the steps can be followed at every single level. What are your top goals for today? And it's a matter of, I don't care if you just use a plain piece of paper. Use a plain piece of paper and just track your stuff and make sure that you stick to it. Stick to something. Consistency is what is going to grow your business. Consistency is what's going to help you maintain your customer base. They need to hear from you. Everybody says, oh, I'm not getting any orders. I'm not getting any orders. Well, how many people did you actually reach out to? Scentsy sells itself. People say that all the time. Scentsy sells itself. But, you have to go and tell people you've got it. People aren't coming to knock down your door and say, give me the Scentsy. Well, they do. They actually do at some times, but that's not generally the way it happens. You'll have those few people that'll come and knock down your door here and there, but you have to let people know. I had I think I put this out there on one of the group pages that I was doing all these positive mantras and stuff like that, and trying to bring the positive message. Our friend Kate got us all started on The Secret, and like we're all now gun-ho on The Secret. So if you have not watched it, go out to Netflix and watch The Secret. I bought the book. I watched it 3 or 4 times already, and it's just a matter of the way that you say things to yourself, and it's your thinking, it's your behavior that attracts good things to you. So one of the things that I was doing the first night that I watched The Secret, and Kate, you'll crack up with this, I put out on the group, because I'm putting this positive energy out there, and I'm going to bed and I'm saying my prayers, and I'm saying these good things that are going to happen to me. So my bug man comes, and he comes quarterly to spray. So the bug man comes and he sprays and he buys from me. So I give him a little sample packet when he leaves. I only see him once every couple of months. He orders here and there, so I give him a sample pack of everything. And he says to me, I was thinking about talking to you, because I'm thinking about, I have all these contacts, and I thought maybe it would be really good if I signed up and started doing this with all the contacts that I have. And I'm like, I didn't even ask them. And then I'm kicking myself in the ass going, why didn't I ask him? Never thought to ask him before. Him and his wife buy from me all the time. Well, he wants to do, and it's funny because he said, I thought maybe I could give them samples. I could give them a little packet. I could give them samples and say, hey, this is this is something else that I'm doing. And I said, but, he says, but I was thinking about signing my wife up. And I went, right, exactly. Because you're the pushy sales guy if you're the bug man and you're trying to sell them Scentsy. But if your wife signs up, then you're supportive husband supporting your wife's business. We all know that if the bug guy comes and he's trying to peddle you with something else, you're all going to be like, yeah, right, whatever, but if he's supporting his wife, that is a really good business plan. And like, we had really good conversation. He actually called me today. So we have really good conversation about how he could use this. And it's a nice thank you for his bug business. Give them a scent circle. If he buys the scent circles in 6 packs, they cost him $2.70 each. He can handle $2.70 to say thank you to his customer. They'll remember him. They'll appreciate it. Oh my God, how sweet is this guy? Not only did he get rid of my bugs, but he gave me a smelly circle for my car. So it's a nice way to network. It's thinking outside the box and using what you have at your disposal. Every waitress that I see, every waitress gets their tip and they get a scent circle and they get a little thank you from me. I have them pre-written out, thank you for your service. I really appreciate you, and here, enjoy this scent circle for your car. If you love it, call me to get more. Hey, if you're looking for some extra income, I could help you there too. So I carry around little thank you cards and stuff like that with me and give them to everybody. I actually had pre-printed ones that said, and they're addressed to my next team member. And then I, just write my little note on it, because it just kind of, it's planting the seed. It's planting the seed and getting it in there, but definitely staying consistent. And the other document that I put out there is 90-day slay. So that's what this one looks like. And this is just a little Word document. And this is going through add 3 friends on Facebook. Like when you're looking through, you always get these suggestions. I don't suggest that you just randomly start to add people. I think that's super creepy. And I have people do that all the time who will add me. Like at one point, all the paparazzi people must have been told to do that. And I must have gotten added by 50 different paparazzi people. And I would send it anytime I accept a friend request from somebody, I send them a message saying, hey, how are you? How did we meet? Because I'm assuming that you friend requested me because you know me or you've met me somewhere, and maybe I met you at a vendor event. And I'd get these people that would say, no, I'm a paparazzi rep and I just wanted to know. And I'm like, it's just super shady. So I don't recommend that you do that. But if there is some kind of a connection, like go through your friends list and they're like, look, we've got 37 friends in common. Maybe I've met you before. Maybe we need to be friends. You know what I mean? And shoot them a message and say, hey, we got 37 friends in common, looking to network. So always, whenever you're doing something like that, don't be that person that just like creates a group and adds everybody there, every one of your Facebook contacts to your group. Make sure that there's really truly a connection there, because that's what's going to help you build your business. And then the same thing here. This says follow up with customers, share the opportunity with 3 people, ask 3 customers to host an online grab bag or home party. Post in your current online parties and do shout outs to 1 to 3 team members with a voice text. Post on Facebook, post on your business page, post on your VI page. So these are just all ideas to keep you on track. And I mean, that's really what the purpose of these documents are, is to just really keep you on track. So we have an incentive going on right now. Everybody, this incentive is so super easy to earn. Honestly, all you have to do is open your mouth and do your job, and you can earn this incentive. Sell $1,000 between now and the end of the incentive period, in which I think is August. I think somebody correct me. Is it June? June. Okay. So June is the end. So, sell $1,000 between now and then and get 1 person to join and get them certified. Level 1 should be a give me for everybody. And all you have to do is open your mouth and ask, and Patty will tell you about that. Both Patties, actually, we have 2 Patties on here. Both of the Patties will tell you about that. Patty Martin, if she didn't open her mouth and catch Jamie with having some cocktails, she wouldn't have joined, right, Patty? And Patty Lyon, if Lauren wasn't persistent and chased her down and said, it's $20, just join for $20, So, I mean, there's all these stories about people who just like open their mouth. And Kate, she didn't even get asked. She asked her, can I join your team? So I mean, there's all these stories, and I mean, this incentive, it's everybody can earn this incentive, and they do that because they want you to earn the incentive. You know, the incentive trip, you know, once the qualifications come out for the incentive trip in August, I'm telling you, focus on it, make it your mission in life, because you don't want to miss a Scentsy incentive trip. I've been on several of them. I don't think anybody that's on here, Jennifer, have you been on any Scentsy trips? No? Okay, so none of you guys have been on the Scentsy trips. Patty's going to be going with me on the next one. And I'm telling you, we will have a powwow just because you have to hear the excitement. I have been to Disney a dozen times, but going to Disney with Scentsy is a whole different animal. It's a whole different animal. Any trip that I've ever been on with Scentsy is over the top. So make it your mission in life if there's anything that you want to do. And I feel so bad because there were so many people that were gung-ho about this incentive in the beginning, and then they just gave up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever, ever give up. I saw something today. So here's a great analogy. I love analogies. So here's a great analogy. Think of yourself as a microwave. Okay, you're a microwave. Did you hear this one, Patty? Okay, you're a microwave and you put the popcorn in the microwave. Okay, the popcorn is your customers. Okay, so you put the popcorn in the microwave, you're the microwave. Well, you're working for the first 30 seconds and nothing's happening to that popcorn. And if you gave up and you took that popcorn out of the microwave, what's going to happen? You put another bag in there and you'd go for 30 seconds and nothing happens with that bag either. Well, sometimes you have to stick with it and you have to keep doing it, because if you stuck with it up to like a minute and a half, all of a sudden those kernels start to pop. And all of a sudden those orders are coming in, you know, things are starting to happen. So think of yourself as a microwave. And if the microwave gave up in the very beginning, the microwave would have no orders. The microwave would have no customers, would have no popcorn. So each of your customers is popcorn kernel and you have to stick with it. Some of them are not going to pop, but some of them are. And some of them are going to be buttery and some of them aren't. So, you know, I mean, some of those buttery ones are your team members. So, you know, I mean, get those popcorn kernels. All those popcorn kernels have opportunity. Every one of them has the opportunity. If the microwave does their job, some of them are going to pop. Some of them are going to put in orders. Some of them are going to be buttery. They're the ones that are going to join your team. And some of them are not going to pop. They're the ones that said no. And you know what? It's okay. Throw them in the trash and put another bag in. So, you know, I love when they use these analogies. I'm like all about these analogies. But if you think about your business that way, that's a really, really nice way to like put it all together. So come on, give me some input. I don't want to be the only one talking today. Anybody use any systems they want to talk about? What are you doing for customer follow-up? Come on, Ariel has only been here for 3 days. Let's not all be quiet. Go ahead, Kate. Go, girl.
I did my Send Circle thank yous last week. So I kept buying them and I went through, and every single person who has bought from me since the beginning, which I've only been doing this is my 3rd month. And I sent all those thank yous out and everyone got a Send Circle. But then I also have been doing my little, got labels made up with my website.
Hold that up. You're breaking up. Hold it up. I want to see what that looks like.
So I did the Scent of the Month. So I got the little molds and I did the little, and then I got my sticker with my website.
Nice.
And I did 60 of them. My boyfriend was handing them out at the bar. But yesterday I had to ask 2 moms to nicely move so I could get out after a cheer comp. So 2 of the cheer moms who they didn't know me at all. I said, here's a little, I said, I'm going to have to ask you to move because I got to pull out. I was like, by the way, here's some free wax, some Scentsy wax. Enjoy. And they just looked at me like I was crazy, but I was like, I don't care.
You know what? I'll tell you, Kate, when I present, when I present that to people, I present it as if I am giving them the best gift in the world. I said, you know what? That was really nice. Thank you so much for moving your car. You know, you know what? Have a free, a free sample. I'm a Scentsy consultant. Have a free sample. This stuff smells fantastic. Like I make it like I am giving you the best gift in the world.
I said,
what was that? Say again?
I said, they looked at me like I had 5 minutes, but I didn't care. And then they smiled and waved when I pulled out. So I said, here's a little sample. I said, according to the one guy yesterday, it smells like strawberry milk. And the girl smelled it. She goes, oh, it does. That's what they said, that the scent, the scent of the month.
It's plant. planting the
Mhm.
seed, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
I do like, I know my internet is very unstable, so I'm sorry. I apologize if I keep breaking up. We've been having problems with our internet all day. They're doing work or whatever somewhere in the area. We got some notification, but it's been driving me nuts. But you know, I mean, even when I have people approach me, I always carry with me. Did anybody ever see the drawing slips? I don't have my handbag right here, but the drawing slips that you can get in a consultant store. I actually made some up, but I always carry them with me. And when somebody asks me for information, I ask them for their information so I can follow up and see if they liked it. You know, when I'm giving out samples to people randomly, like I just went to Hand and Stone. I hadn't been to Hand and Stone in a couple of months. And I have I have the monthly subscription. So I have like something like 7 or 8 packages built up. So I hadn't been in there in a while. And a lot of the staff did not come back after COVID. So they have a lot of brand new people in there. So I bought in a whole bunch of the fall scent circles left over. So I brought in a dozen of them. I brought in a dozen of them and I said, can you tell me how many people are working today? And the girl says, oh, let me see, let me check. And so she counted up and I said, I have a gift for them. I just want to see how many people. And she said 11 people. And I said, perfect, you know? So I spread them out on the counter and I said, you know what? I'm a Scentsy consultant and I just appreciate you guys. I'm so glad that you're all still working, you know, and hand them all a scent circle. You know, so I mean, and they were coming up saying, okay, well, I like stuff that's cinnamon. Which one would you recommend? And I like stuff that's softer smells. So it started the conversation, you know, and I mean, you know, so what did it cost me? You know, and who knows, you know, there's 11 people that are potential customers. So anybody else have any other tips? What you doing? Come on, Patty. Come on, Patty. Spill, girl.
Trying to be quiet so that other people can talk because I talk too much.
Becomes the Peg and Patty show, right?
Exactly. What like symptoms? I can't even say it. Systems. Is that like what you're looking? Okay, so as far as follow up with customers, this year. I started a birthday club, which is on my VIP page. So each month I have their birthdays written down. I send out a simple happy birthday card with a circle in it. That really seems to, you know, like they appreciate it. They appreciate that you remember it. Anything I think that makes your customers feel special is what will keep them coming back to you. I don't want to use the word oversaturated, but there's Scentsy consultants all over Facebook, as everybody knows. And if you don't make yourself stand out to your customers, they can go to anyone. So you want to keep them. And the best way to keep them is to implement systems that make them feel special. If they buy a diffuser or if they buy one $6 wax bar, make them feel as special as each other. Because the person that bought the diffuser is not going to come back to you next week or next month and buy another diffuser. But that person that bought the wax bar is eventually going to buy a warmer and eventually going to buy more wax and eventually going to expand that into maybe cleaning products or laundry products. And that's on us, where we have to take those little customers and make them bigger customers by the way we treat them. So that's pretty much my systems.
Yeah. I did post I put a posting out there for what crazy national holiday does your birthday fall on? Did you guys see that? I think I posted it in the regular group and it was just like every month it had, you know, some crazy holiday that is on every day of the month. So I started a birthday club and a lot of people weren't putting their information in there. They weren't, I think everybody thinks on your birthday. Everybody
You
thinks
broke
that
up
there's
really,
something more
you
to it,
broke
you know,
up
so I
really
put that
bad,
out there. Yeah.
Peg. You broke up
Did I?
really
Sorry,
bad
can you hear
mid.
me better
Yeah,
now?
you can, but you might have to
Okay,
repeat
better
that middle part.
Okay. Okay. So I put the posting out there and it's just like, you know, it was every month and there's a crazy national holiday for every month, National Syrup Day, you know, National Buy Coffee Day, you know, nonsense like this. I put it out there. I got so much interaction back on that post and I went through my customer information and took note of what people's birthdays were because now they didn't necessarily tell me their birthday, but now I know what their birthday is and I noted it in my agenda book. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to randomly send them. They'll be like, how did you know? You know, and there is a way, you know, do you ever do the happy birthdays on Facebook? they pop up and it's somebody's birthday. You can click on that. You can actually go through. I mean, I've done that too, where I've gone through and captured, people who are my friends, captured all their birthdays so that I can send them out just like a random surprise. And I try and do it a couple days before their birthday so that they get it on their birthday, before Facebook tells me it's their birthday, And I'll tell you, snail mail, sending stuff through the mail really, really gets people's attention because everybody just gets bills and Amazon packages. So, be the one that sends them a happy little surprise,
I literally did mine and I did mine in January. I just posted who wants to join my birthday club. It was like something I found online and they just put their names and their birthdays. It was so easy.
Yeah.
Of course they know they're going to get something from me.
Right,
you know what I mean? So they're going to respond and then I put it all on a calendar every month. I open it's on in my planner. Every month I open the calendar to that month and their names are right there. And on the first, I just send them all out.
Send them all out. Right. And I did just see somebody bought a whole bunch of the different green scent circles and put a sticker on it that says, I'm lucky to have you. It was like, some of them said, I'm lucky to have you as on my team. I'm lucky to have you as a customer, with a little shamrock, and randomly mail them out to customers. So that's like another nice little way, it really is. It's a nice idea. Diane, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was actually one of my teammates was actually just messaging me, so that's why I was a little distracted. But I do have a little system here. I actually got this from a website, not a website, but one of the groups, and it's a Happy Meal tracker. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
So I make sure that I write down, because I have a boutique and I do a lot of mailing stuff. So every time somebody purchases clothing from me, I give them one of this, the month, the warmer and the scent of the month. I give them the sample, and I have my card. So I do have Scentsy. Why am I like? I have my Scentsy business card, and then on my Happy Mail tracker. Did I just lose you?
It's me.
Okay. Okay. And then on my Happy Meal tracker, I'll put like, okay, I gave them a card. So this way I'm not constantly giving out my business cards to somebody who already has, and they don't have like 10 of them. But that's pretty much what I do. And then if I'm like, if they're from a party, but I'm not personally friends with them, I'll just send them I'll send them a card with the scent of the month, and I give them samples. And if I know them, I'll just message them on Facebook and be like, hey, how's it going? How do you like your new warmer you got? Is everything good? Do you have any questions? And if it's somebody who's who's always buying from me, I'll, do you want to do a party? I tried to get one to join, and she almost did, but she's like, no, I'm better off a buyer. But I'm like, but you could get a discount on your own stuff. But the seeds planted, and I still bring it up to her every once in a while. I'm like, you can always join.
Well,
so that's pretty much.
What you can do with that, when you have a customer that's like that, you can set up a personal link for them. I do this with my customers all the time. It's just like creating a regular party, but then they actually earn the free credits, which makes them more enticed. It makes them more enticed to join your team. So they can share that link with their friends, their family, build up those free credits, and then they actually see.
I don't know why I didn't think of that with this. I do that because I do another company, and I do that with the other company. I don't know why. I never thought of doing it on here. So yeah, that's a good idea.
This is how she's recruited all of Philadelphia.
Well, what did you say, Kate?
I said, this is how you've recruited all of Philadelphia.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Not yet. Not yet. I watched The Secret. It's coming.
Put it out there. But it is, I mean, the personal shopping link, I have 3 people who have joined the team with the personal shopping link. And I mean, 2 of them are just hobbyists, and I literally, that's all they want to just, earn their own stuff. And that's fine too. I mean, and that's it. I think that the misunderstanding is that when people join, we get, especially somebody who's like me, like, you know, I mean, I'm so excited about this business 6 years later, and I love every minute of it. I'd love to quit my full-time job and do this full time, you know, and I find it very frustrating when I see other people who I see this potential in, and I'm like, why aren't you doing this? And some people just aren't in it for that. And it's just a matter of meeting everybody where they are. You know, I mean, that's part of our name, embrace, is just like embracing everybody right where they are. Whatever it is that they want out of this business, we have to accept that that's what they want out of the business. And, you know, sometimes it's really hard because they're like, do you know what you could be doing? You know, you could be going to Disney. And, you know, it's really frustrating when you see that. So, you know, I mean, it's just a matter of meeting everybody where they are.
I think it's also
know.
remembering people change from time to time, because Kim, who I'm under, who did not ask me or anybody, I don't think really, I think she really was doing it as a hobbyist. And now that I've joined, she now is posting on her page, if you've seen Peg, she's looking for team members because she's having so much fun. I think she realizes, I think so. I get it. Now, I'll tell you right now, what Jamie does every day, what I see you post every day, if you're just fresh into this, it might be a little intimidating. Like, oh, I don't know if I have time to encourage all these people every single day and have all these, you know, like, I'm like, does Jamie sleep some days? Because Jamie's posting first thing in the morning. But then I've scheduled things myself. Like, I started scheduling even text messages. So if I'm up late at night, I'm scheduling text messages to people who have parties, who are having parties, to let them know where they're at and when we want to close. Or I'm scheduling for like, hey, we want to get your party set up. But like, I noticed, like, you just have to kind of be creative. We can still work within our hour, but you just have to like really kind of get down the scheduling. But I think it's crazy to see how much Kim has changed in just not even 60 days. She now wants to recruit people because she's having fun. And I even like gave her a team name. I was like, think of a team name. Think of like, what would you name your team name? Like, you know me, I'm planting the seed. And I'm like, Kim, I'm like, what about Kim Kings and Queens? And she's like, oh my God, I love it. Because her maiden name is Kim King. So
Right.
what about Kim's King and Queens? And Queens, yeah, Kim's Kings and Queens. And she's like, oh my God, I love it. We need a team. Like, but she was a hobbyist. And she was killing it as a hobbyist. Like, she was really just doing it for the free stuff.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm the prime example of that. I did not want to join Scentsy at all. I had no interest in this. I did not want to be a part of this, nothing. And then when I started doing it, I was good doing it by myself. I was great until the incentive trip came. Then I was like, all right, I'll get one person and I'll earn level 1. How long have I been here? I haven't been here a year yet. I hit director. I have 27 people on my team. I had the incentive trip. I earned it for 3 people. And it's all about thinking outside of the box, being creative, and realizing that once you build yourself up and your own confidence up, and you share that with other people, and the excitement you get from them joining is amazing. And you just take off from there. So,
yeah, I agree.
I'm just going to sit back and let you talk, girl.
No, I need to
honestly, I mean, the potential is so there for anybody at all. There is nobody that can't do this. It's just a matter of deciding whether you want to do it or not, and where you want to be. I mean, there's enough information. There are enough people that will build you up. I know I'm frozen, right?
No.
Am I frozen?
We can hear you, but your face is frozen.
All of a sudden you all froze. So, but there are enough people in this business and on this team at different levels who want to do it different ways, that no matter which direction you want to take this business, it's so flexible that no matter which direction you want to take it. And most, I think probably Jennifer and I are the only 2 that have been in this longer than a year, right? Right? I don't think any of the rest of you.
Oh, 7 years.
I'm 6. Yeah, so I mean, the rest of you are all, you're all baby consultants. I love it. I feel like mama consultant. You know, but it is. I mean, look, I work full time. People are always saying, oh my God, I can't. And that's sort of like my struggle all the time is I think I project too much, that I spend too much time doing Scentsy. And it's hard for people to relate. And they're like, oh my God, I don't want to be like her. I don't want to be doing it 24/7. But I love it so much that it doesn't feel like work. Like, this is my fun stuff. This is what I do for fun. You know, I sit down on a Sunday and I make samples because it's fun. I like doing it. You know, it doesn't feel like work. And if it feels like work, then it's probably not the job for you. I mean, there's work involved in it. Yes, you have to do some work to be successful in anything. But you know, my favorite thing is I keep putting out there to people, and I just put this out on my you know, my VIP group. So the people who are in my downline, I just put this out there. Like, if you were your own boss, which you are your own boss. Would you hire you? Would you promote you? Or
Hell
would
yeah.
you fire you? Would you recommend you to your friends? If the answer is no to these things, you know, I mean, then you got some work to do. You know, you are your own boss, but that also means that you have to hold yourself accountable. Set your business hours. If you had a job, a 9 to 5 job, which some, you know, some of us had part-time jobs, some of us had full-time jobs. You have certain hours that you have to work, and you get paid a certain amount of money to work those hours. So if you don't work, you don't get paid, right? Or you have to take a sick day. Somewhere along the line, you're paying for that time off. So if you don't set business hours, this is a job. This is a business. But the joy of it is you're working for yourself. You're the only one. So that's sort of like, it's the best part about this, and it's the worst part about this. So because you're working for yourself, you slack off. You know, hold yourself accountable. Get yourself an accountability partner. Get your best friend to do this business with you. You know, when I first started, and I talk about this all the time, which, by the way, Terry is in the other room watching TV with my family, not on the team meeting, but just saying, she's in the other room watching TV. But Terry was my very first recruit. We had so much fun. Terry's kind of backed off and isn't really into doing the business as much as I am anymore. But in the beginning, like for the first 3 years, we had a blast together. We went and did events together, and you know, we brainstormed together, and we were making samples together. Like, we had so much fun doing it together, you know, and that's when you can have somebody to share that excitement with. So that's why I'm always telling people, and don't think that means that it's saturated. You and your sister, you have different friends. You have different coworkers. You have different lives, even though you're family, you know, and you tell the it's no big deal. Look, if you sign up your sister and the family decides to buy from her, no hurt feelings, because it's still going into your group numbers. Think of it that way. You got to think outside the box of that. There are complete families. Allison Dalkey's sister, her sister-in-law, she's got, like, her mother signed up. She's got her whole family working the business. And they're all doing it full time now. So, you know, I mean, it's not saturated. It's not saturated. There's lots of room, you know, lots and lots of room. You know, I mean, look, I've got a development here. My development here has about 200 houses in it. Well, there's no other Scentsy consultants in my development. And all 200 of these people don't buy from me yet.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're
I've been
going
doing
to.
this for years, and I haven't flipped them all yet.
But you're
But
so
I'm-
happy and grateful. Right? You're so happy and grateful that they are going to buy from you.
That's right. You know what? And I'm happy and grateful for the ones that do buy from me, because
Mhm.
I have about a dozen customers that are regular customers in this development that buy from me. And I'm very thankful that they do. And we are just making this development smell better one house at a time. I actually had somebody come to pick up something, and she goes, I swear to God, I turned the corner and it just smelled better. And I'm like, that's because that house uses it, that house uses it, that house uses it, you know? And I'm like, so it probably did. Maybe we all need to coordinate our smell.
I was just
so
going to
when
say
somebody
that you need
turns
to
the corner, they're like,
coordinate your scents. Have a little
I'm gonna tell
Facebook
them,
group
that's what
for your development Scentsy customers. Monday is Shoddy Appleseed, Tuesday's Clothesline, Wednesdays.
That's right. So when people come through the development, they'll be like, it smells like apples. And I'll be like, yes, this development smells like apples. But it is true. I mean, you know, and it's funny. I mean, it takes me back when I'm an underwriter by trade. So
Mhm.
I had a sales rep who was quoting on Smuckers. So he's out of Connecticut, and he was quoting on Smuckers. And I said to him, so how's it? He goes, wow, the culture there is really great. Like they have Smucker snacks in there, and they're all little old Victorian houses that are like where all their business offices are, because it was the Smuckers family, and they turned that little family property into, that's the business offices and those little houses. And he says, all I remember is that when I went in there, everything smelled like strawberries. It was just beautiful. Everything smelled like strawberries. And like, I never forgot that, because it is, people think that that's what it is. It's that fragrance evokes emotion and a memory, and everybody says, oh, I remember going to my grandma's house, and my grandma's house smelled like this. You know yourself, and that's what you need to excite people about. You need to get people to remember, because that's what it is. It's fragrance. And it's funny, because what, I had a random call, and generally when it's a call I don't recognize, I generally don't pick it up and let it go to voicemail, and because now all of a sudden we're getting these crazy sales ads, and everybody wants to sell me new car insurance and whatever, and for some reason, somewhere in Philly, everybody thinks I own a house in Philly, because they keep wanting to buy my house in Philly. I'm like, I do not own a house in Philly. Take me off the list. But so randomly, I get a random phone call, and I picked up the phone call, and it was a lady who tells me that she contacted Scentsy, and Scentsy gave her my contact information, because she's right in Sewell. But what they probably did is they probably sent her to Scentsy.com and told her to put her zip code in, and my name was the first one that came up. So she only lives a few minutes away from me. She's a teacher, and a student had given her a fragrance flower for Christmas. But you know what the student didn't do? Whether this person was a consultant or not, but there was no contact information on the fragrance flower. So this lady got a fragrance flower, absolutely loved it. She got a Luna fragrance flower for Christmas, and it has lasted 3 months. Now she wants more. She wants lots more. And a whole bunch of the other teachers want more. So she contacted me, and I'm going to drop off the testers for her to smell, so she can pick some new scents, but it was just random phone call, and I mean, this is the way you expand your business. So now I have a whole bunch of people that I didn't have contact with before. And I've even said to her, well, do you want to have a party? But she's real funny with COVID. So she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to have to be handing out books and stuff like that. I said, just take them to school, get them and sit them in the lunchroom. So I'm going to send her over with a bunch of samples, a bunch of books that she can sit in the break room for the teachers, and I mean, that's the way that your business can grow. Hi, handsome.
He's so cute.
That's her bruiser, isn't it?
Say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I heard all about you.
Yeah, he's the reason Mama drinks.
Mhm.
Mama drinks a lot.
Boys will do that to you,
I don't know where the hell he just went either.
He just took off out the door.
It's like, I'll be right back. And away he went. He's
Oh, he's
like,
coming
if
back with
you
something.
see Peg, tell Peg I said hi. And I'm like, that's Peg talking. Really? My boy.
So funny. Like we know each other without knowing each other. You know what I mean? It's like,
It's
My
like he was in Austin too. What'd you go get? Oh, here you go.
oh, I like it. I like an official assistant.
He's a keeper.
Sample maker extraordinaire. It's funny though, all the teachers know.
I like it.
So it works.
That's it. You make them wear it to school, best advertisement, look, pimp our kids, you got to pimp the kids, pimp the husband,
I'm telling you, I think the teachers at school can't look forward to him in their class because they know they're getting Scentsy for Christmas.
I got my dad.
That's true. That is true.
It works.
No, spread it out. So Ariel, what are you thinking so far? You're still muted.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
What was that again?
I said, what you
I'm
thinking so
excited.
far?
I definitely have a lot of plans, and I definitely set goals. What I did was, as soon as I became a consultant, what I did was I went on Amazon. I bought myself the bubble wrap like envelopes to send samples out. I bought the little baggies, and then I got even a bunch of different shapes for sample molds. I got those. What else did I get? I got even like a 3-compartment bin to like keep it all organized. I got
You've already
and
got the
then-
fire, girl.
and then I got like a pack of a bunch of fun
I
stickers,
love this.
like to put stickers in every single person's
I'm
sample
sticker
bag.
crazy. I love stickers. I
Yeah.
have this obsession
yeah.
with stickers. Wait,
This
I
is
love
your
stickers.
fault or something.
Yes. I love
I
them.
got so excited when I got all that stuff and I have it all nice and organized.
So
And like
wait.
I also make cakes for my home too, like for like friends and friends. I'll make cakes. So I
Uh-huh.
had a cake the other day, and with her I sent a scent circle with the sticker, and I didn't get my business cards yet, but I have a cake business card. So I put my Facebook page and my website on there. So I was
Okay.
like, perfect.
So in the consultant store, we have these sample stickers, scratch and sniff sample stickers.
I need to get some of those. Yeah.
Look at this. This is the holy grail of scent stickers.
This is my I want to be like Peg starter pack.
I love stickers.
Do the scent of the month, Ariel. If you
Yeah.
haven't done the scent of the month, I just got my
These are-
first scent of the month and they come with it.
Yeah.
So when you buy the scent of the month, they come with the strip of those.
You get this, you get
Yeah, what did
72
it-
stickers, you get 9
Yep.
bars, you get a spray, and you get the little tester.
Yeah,
And
I had
I-
to do that.
So I was able to, I did not do the warmer because I'm not there yet. And so I just did the other, although next month's warmer looks amazing. So I took, and I actually prized, I did a game and gave one of the bars away as a prize. And the woman called me 3 hours later to book a party. I gifted another to my cousin, my boyfriend's cousin's wife.
Uh-huh.
And like, oh my God, I got to place my order. And I gifted one to my sister-in-law, who is my #1 fan, who keeps telling everybody. She took like probably 15 of my little samples, and it comes with the pamphlets. You get like a little
Right.
pamphlet, so you can put like your label on it. So I've been giving those with these because then it gives people a little idea of what we sell, and then they can just kind of. My website's on both.
Yeah, that's perfect. I gotta get. I told I was gonna wait till I knew I had to put another order in, so I know I want to get all the scent of the month stuff. So I
Well,
gotta
that'll
do that.
automatically. Yeah, you just do it. It's like a subscription on the main dashboard, and it'll come to you automatically. You don't have to do
Okay.
it with a party. But
Peg,
Yes.
show me your binder again.
It's just the same size, and then and I put the clear pages in there. Let's see. And I
Because
have separated
this
by
is my organization. It's just a pile. I
Well,
like the
this one-
binder.
Wait, my binder's so full that these are all the ones that didn't fit.
That's the basket.
Hey, look, the basket works.
Basket works.
The basket works. I love stickers. So like any mail that I send out, I just got through sending all my stuff out for my 401k and my pension. My company got bought out. So I just sent all the stuff and it's covered with scent stickers. So like
Stickers are my favorite. I love stickers.
Prudential and Vanguard are going to be smelling good. You know, they're going to be like, what the hell's wrong with this chick? You know, but I
Well,
love stickers.
I just ordered the wax scents for the flower for the stickers. I do have like My Hero and stuff because on my sample I put the sticker too.
Right.
This way they can smell it just even. And then I stuck a cheap little, like if you see it, it's an Easter egg eraser.
Oh, that's cute.
Just something corny to add, like, you know.
Yeah.
And
And that's a dollar store, you know.
Yeah. Do you know how many people, they were 60 for $1 out of the Target bin?
Yeah,
Target.
I love
And-
Target. It's my favorite place to be. Favorite.
How many people have like been like, oh my God, that's so cute. I got also these little cute little Valentines out of the dollar Target bin that said you rock, and they have little boombox erasers. And there's ones that say you're out of this world with little rockets. So I put them in my thank you cards too.
Perfect.
Just something stupid.
People love stuff like that.
It is. It's just a little something that's different that makes you stand out. You know, you figure, you know, and it's funny when I was talking to the bug man today, that's one of the things that I said to him. And he's like, you know, well, my wife was like, you know, people could buy candles from all different kinds of places. And I said, yeah, but you know what? When you go to Yankee Candle and you buy yourself a candle, or you go to Walmart and you buy a warmer from Walmart, is there anybody from Walmart or Yankee Candle that's calling you to make sure that you liked your scent? To talk to you about how to use your warmer properly, or if your dish breaks, that's going to help you get a new dish? No, there's nobody there that's going to talk to you. That's what we bring to the table. And that's what you have to remind your customers. This is the special thing that you bring to the table. That's what makes you stand out. And you know what? Guess what? Another Scentsy consultant they might have ordered from never even send them a thank you note. They might not have even acknowledged them. So set yourself apart, and I mean, we'll talk, I don't want to keep everybody on too long, but, we talk a lot about branding and, and that really is branding. It's like, it's making yourself stand out. And what is it that you want to be known for? I mean, and it's like, pick the thing that for me, I'm Positive Peg. So, my team is Team Embrace, and it's, they all laugh at me, my Positive Peg, but I'm always doing positive. I'm always putting posts out there that are like positive mantras and, and stuff like that. I'm always putting stuff out there like that, because that's what I want people to remember about me, that I'm always putting some kind of a positive message out there. And, I could turn shit into a rainbow, and that's just, that's what I am. The dog shit on the floor, and I'd be like, but guess what? The dog shit, he was constipated. This is a good thing. I will find a positive in anything. So, that's my brand, and that's what people know me from, and or know me for. So, it's a matter of you picking, and I'm crazy, and I'm a little bit crazy. #joy, #joy. And the #joy, actually, where I think it's supposed to be, like, we're supposed to be twisted fingers or something. We went to a Scentsy family reunion. That's where Jennifer and I met, at Scentsy family reunion. We were sitting next to each other, and the guest speaker that was up there was, okay, so the person next to you is your joy buddy, and we want you to look at them in the eye. And I don't even remember what we were supposed to say. And and it was like, now this person is your joy buddy. So the two of us were like, joy buddies, and she said #joy. So the two of us were like, at the same time, we both went #joy. So we are joy buddies, so, but it's the story of Scentsy. It's so much more than wax and warmers. It's meeting people, it's networking. It's, she lives in New Mexico. I never would have met her. By the way, she's got a great escape room. So if anybody gets to New Mexico, go visit the best smelling escape room ever, right?
I'm a Cowboys fan, and we're still friends.
Yeah, that was hard.
Who'd
I
have thought?
accepted it.
All right, I have to log off now.
Acceptance.
Being from Philly, I cannot even deal with this. Like,
Oh,
no.
Katie had a hard time with it, didn't she, Jennifer?
Yeah,
Me and
I'm
Katie have
hard.
decided that we're still friends.
Yeah, yeah. Katie is a devout Eagles fan, and if you are a Dallas fan, you are the enemy. And I'm
She
like,
told me that
we
the reason
drove-
I'm forgiven is because where I live, we don't have a team close. So it's the Cowboys. So I'm forgiven because the Cowboys is, I ain't gonna be a Broncos fan. No. Cowboys.
oh yeah, because there's no team close by that,
not an excuse.
You've heard about those Philly fans.
Look. I don't know if you can see it. I even have my Eagles. See?
She's got an Eagle shirt on.
I'm
I have
wearing
to be. I was
shirt for the
born and
local high
raised in
school.
South Philly. I am an avid Eagles and Philly fan since I was a kid.
Yep. And I so am like, I could care less about any sports. I mean, I'm starting to understand it, which I find very, very frightening, that I'm really starting to understand it. But I live in a house full of 2 girls, 2 daughters who are crazier sports fan than their father. So, it's just, I've by default, and which, by the way, my daughter's got tickets to the Flyers game for tomorrow. Like, they're finally letting fans back in, and my daughter's spent $80 to get tickets to go to the Flyers game. They are so beside themselves, I'm like,
I really am not a fan of anything either. So
yeah.
I was just messing with
So
you.
what's
Jennifer.
you said you're just starting to get to your teams, Peg. What's your favorite team? Do you have one?
I don't,
Like baseball, football,
Fierce and
basketball, anything?
fearless? Isn't that your favorite team, Peg?
I meant sports team. Excuse
I
me. Let me
know, but I'm
rephrase.
just saying, I'm still a team. Is it my team your favorite team?
I have to be a Flyers, Eagles, and Phillies. So I have no choice, because that's what we watch here.
I
That's
know.
what
I
we
see you guys go to the Flyers all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm actually, I'm starting to understand it, which, is really scary that I'm starting to understand it. But, I don't hate sitting watching the games anymore. And they did take me last year for my birthday, and I did really enjoy going to the Flyers game, for my birthday. So,
So you're
I
a
don't know.
hockey fan.
Not
Uh-huh.
really, not really,
Not really.
not really
Well, if you
baseball.
had to choose, which one would you choose?
Not really a football fan, but
She just tolerates all three.
yeah, I do. I tolerate all three. I guess, I enjoy going to a baseball game. I like kind of sitting out, that's kind of fun. Eagles game, you couldn't pay me to go freeze my ass off and sit there and watch football.
Me neither. Me neither. I am
I'll
a
sit
I
home with
am
a
a
beer and
true
watch it on TV.
blue. I'm a true blue jump on the bandwagon if they win and go to the bar and have a party kind of fan. That's what I
Yes.
am. If they don't win, I don't care.
Yeah,
I used
I'm
to
more
tell
into
everybody.
baseball anyway.
Hotman in
Well, ladies,
Frankfurt.
I hate to do this, but I'm gonna log off.
All
I'm a
right,
little
see
tired.
ya.
I was
Good-
up
bye,
early.
Miss
Yeah,
Good
I'm gonna
night.
be headed soon too. So, all right, so then let's just wrap it up and, stick with your systems. Mandy, you have anything to add?
Just a little side note about how to deal with being out in the public and people's negativity towards MLMs. I don't know how to respond when
I've got perfect answers for you. Look, everybody has their thing, but tell me what is different about multi-level marketing and corporate America. The executive, I worked for Cigna for 24 years, and the executive for Cigna traveled all over the world. He traveled all over the world, and he made millions and millions of dollars. And the people who were under him were making it so that he could travel the world and millions of dollars. And we're all working and we're getting little raises. And, and the truth of the matter is, nobody was, when I was doing my job for the month, nobody was rewarding me for it. But
right,
yet in Scentsy, I get rewards for doing my job and working for me.
right.
It's corporate America. And when they say things about us being a pyramid scheme, what a pyramid scheme is, they don't understand the definition of what a pyramid scheme is. A pyramid scheme means that you join a company and you get people under you. You grow. You don't have to do anything but get people under you. You don't have to work. What's the difference between multi-level marketing is, if you don't sell $500 a month, you could have 500 people under you, but you're not getting paid on those people unless you're doing your job. So you have to do your job and help your team grow. If you're not doing that, your team's going to bypass you and you're going to be left sitting there and your team's just going to jump right over you. So that's the difference with multi-level marketing. And when people say that they don't like it, they don't trust it, everything, say, you're missing the point of it then. It's
And
important.
an added bonus just recently happened too, is what is it? We're number 80 on Forbes.
90,
Yes,
90
yeah.
Best places to work.
Exactly. So like, it's a very reputable magazine. We wouldn't be there if we were a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme or whatever.
Right.
So if you don't want to even or you don't, if they're not interested in listening to that, just say, go look at Forbes top 500. We're 90 or 80 or whatever number we are. We would not be there if we were not legitimate.
Right.
And we have certain rules that we have to follow by the Direct Selling Association in order for us to remain a direct selling association. Like, they talked about the pay for play and stuff like that. We can't do those kind of things because that's against the Direct Selling Association. So we have strict rules that we follow. And you know what? There are some people that you are never going to convince. And you just say to them, that's okay. I'm having a great time. And I make fun all the time. And I go, well, guess what? I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I drank the Kool-Aid to Europe. I drank the Kool-Aid to Punta Cana. I drank the Kool-Aid to Disney. So you know what?
Right.
The Kool-Aid, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I assumed the neighborhood app in my community, when I first started, I posted just a random thing hey, I'm new to the neighborhood. What, if you're interested, nothing major,
Right.
but
And they
if
said
you're
we don't
looking
allow
for a
MLM
rep,
to post, right?
I literally, no, but people go there and say, I have a lawn company. I have a this company. I do hardwood floor. So how is it viewed any different? And my account got completely terminated. for 2 weeks, and then they let me back on with the understanding that I would not ever post anything about Scentsy in the neighborhood app again.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, it wasn't really pushy or anything. It's just like, hey, I didn't think that it was going to be an issue.
And it's not any different than a small business. They're being assholes.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're a woman trying to better herself by, selling a product that we have a product that we sell.
Yeah.
And if it were something that were a pyramid schemes generally don't even have a product that they're selling. They're selling an idea. They're selling an idea.
Yes.
We actually have a product. When people pay me money, they're getting a product. They're getting a product that's a good product.
Absolutely.
So, and I mean, some people will just never get it. And I honestly, you know what? I can honestly say I didn't get it till I started doing it.
Right.
I mean, in the beginning, I was just honestly, when I signed up for Scentsy, I came home, I was buying off of my cousin. I came home and I said to my husband, I just signed up for Scentsy because I'm going to earn a trip to Disney. And his first comment was, Jesus Christ, how much is this going to cost me?
That's right.
It's like,
That's
no,
funny.
I'm going to earn a trip to Disney. And he's like, great, we're going to be buying a trip to Disney. And I'm
$20.
That's right. Yeah.
and-
So, because I'm starting to branch out a little more. So I don't other than my immediate, all my buyers have been friends or family or,
okay.
I have all established relationships.
Have you watched The Secret on Netflix?
No, but I'm going to now
heard
that
that's
you've mentioned it. I didn't know it was on Netflix.
Let me tell you, I didn't know it was on Netflix either until Kate told us. So I just thought it was a book, and I'm always reading. There's another book called Train Your Brain.
Mhm.
Focus on the people that are going to support your business and the people who are interested in supporting your business. Those people who are the haters and aren't going to support your business, they're not the ones that are your target anyway. Focus on the good. Don't focus on the bad. Let
And
them
that's their
go.
problem anyway. Yeah.
And you know what? Let me tell you something. The haters are
Mhm.
watching. The haters
Right.
are watching.
Absolutely.
There are actually a couple people who are on my team that after me doing this for 3 years and earning the incentive trips, I finally had one of the girls message me and she said, girl, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but I want in.
Mm-hmm.
She never commented on anything that I ever posted,
Right.
but all of a sudden they're watching. They're watching.
Yep.
So you just keep doing your thing and you keep putting it out there, and the right people will listen. The right people will get it. And, and I mean, it's a business.
And it's like
business.
once they actually try it, I'm telling they're sold. It's not, I haven't had even my, like my friends and family just, kind of initially bought because, it was oh, well, Mandy, I want to show that I want to support you. But now they're like, oh man, this is, and now they're buying because they just fell in love with it because they see the quality versus what they were using prior to, whether it be candles or
do the comparison game, they'll compare us, I could go to Walmart and my brother-in-law would tease me all the time. And he'd be like, Walmart, I could buy it for $2. And I go, you know what? The Walmart wax smells divine for about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, and I'll tell them, you know what? I will buy you a bar of Walmart wax and give you a bar of our wax. And you go ahead and try them side by side. And you know what? Independent, I will buy it for you. You go ahead and try it.
What's the line between family support and addict status? My mother has, probably close to 100 warmers.
No way.
She's my VIP. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I have 16 in my house running at all times.
I have 2 customers.
I have 3 in this room.
I have 2 customers that probably have over 100 warmers. They
No
buy
way.
every new thing that comes out. And believe me, I take care of them.
Do you know how many warmers of the months never make it out of this house? I mean, they get here, my mom sees them and they go home.
Yep.
And then I'm like, hey mom, take a picture of that warmer so I can, promote it to my other customers.
Oh, that's funny.
I think
my mom though, I mean, she gets treated right because when my scent of the warmer of the month, whatever comes in, you get the 9 bars, the testers, blah, blah, blah. Everybody else gets samples. My mom takes a bar every time because she says she's my VIP. Yeah. She gets a bar. My mom's spoiled.
And they know it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? one of the girls on our team she has customers that are her scent of the month customers. She holds 3
Mhm.
bars aside so that she can make samples, and the other 6 bars go to her. That's when we did the bricks. Oh, when we did the bricks, devastated. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have 6 customers who are used to get my bars, and like, you're my VIPs. There can only be 6 of them, you know, until the bar
The
comes out.
scent
But
of the
as soon as
month,
she gets
like
it,
scent of the month clubs.
Right. Yep.
Are you talking like scent of the month club where every month they get a bar and they pay so much, right?
Right. And that's what she would do. She would charge them, you know, they would either do an annual or they do it quarterly. And, you know, only 6 people could be in it. They got their bars, you know, when she first got it. So they got to preview it. And then what she would do is she would have them, they got the bar, but then she asked them to go on her customer page and give their review of the bar. You don't have to like it. We want your honest review.
Mhm.
You know, and that's a really great way to get customers interacting with one another as well.
With the Arctic
did.
Kiss, we got the brick, right? My mom took
Mhm.
her bar and she loved it. Well, then they did the sale last month and she was mad because I didn't make samples that month. I kept the brick. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. So when they did the sale last month, I bought me another brick. And so I told my mom got herself a brick. She finally had her brick of Arctic Kiss because she missed out the first time.
Did you put it in your club?
Arctic Kiss, the bar, yeah, it's in my club.
Yeah.
But I now have a
Yeah,
brick.
well, I've been building my club like crazy. I've been working on my club. I think I'm up to 15 people now in my club. So it's, you know, I mean, and that's something. Look at this.
I
Oh,
like my club.
I like my club. You know,
I'm a
and
jo-
Ariel, just so you know, like the Scentsy Club, learn about the Scentsy Club bricks of like some of our classic scents. So join your own club, and when it comes time to make samples, get the bricks to make samples.
So do the bricks
You can
only
get-
come with the Scentsy Club?
Yes.
Well, right now they're the only way that we can get them. They were sending them out for a while. We were getting them as the scent of the month, but they went back to doing the 9 bars because people were like, look, stop sending me bricks. I need bars, you know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
but they're nice because they're in like our classic scents. I have a vendor event that I'm going to do. When is it? I think it's the end of March. Yeah, I think it's the end of March, but it's a 3-day event. So the people who come the first day, the first 300 people get a goodie bag. And what they do is they ask all the vendors to give something for the goodie bag. So I made up Scentsy Bucks. They have my picture on it, and it says this is, you know, it's a $5 bill with my picture on there. You know, I got rid of Abe Lincoln and put my pretty little face in there, and put, you know,
I'm gonna start
get
calling you
$5 off a purchase of $15. So I put it. Abe, that's it. That's me, Abe. You know, positive peg. I'm positive peg on my $5 bills. You know, but it's get $5 off of a purchase of $15. And I used blueberry cheesecake because blueberry cheesecake is such a strong smell and it's sweet. And people are like, oh my God, what's this smell? Well, I had to put them in a box and mail them to this lady. So I had to send her 300 of them. She opened that box. She said, oh my God, my house smells fantastic. She's like, how do I get some of this? So I said to her, you know, I'll bring a brick for you. I'm going to bring a brick for her. You know, so she'll have it for when, you know, when she wants to take it home. So, but you know, I mean, that's something that's really a good way to like market yourself and get it out there and choose, you know, I mean, the brick, God, I made hundreds of samples out of the brick, hundreds, you know, and I did the
I
felt
use the brick
samples.
to
So there's lots of
escape room.
different ways to do it too.
Got
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But-
chime in as kind of like a newbie here, okay? Like when you're new, when you first start, and this might seem really overwhelming because in the beginning I was very overwhelmed with buying Scentsy Club, buying bricks, buying this, buying that. You don't have to jump right into that right away. Start
Right.
off with, you know, use your credits, like you're building up credits with every sale that you make right now.
Mhm.
Use your credits and get some free bars, get some free circles,
Yeah.
get some free until your business takes off where you're actually making something back that you can reinvest into your business. Use your free credits to build your business. Get
Mhm.
some warmers that you can actually display, you know, like box openings when your free products from your credits come. Video yourself opening that box. Look what I earned. People will respond to that because you earned it. You didn't have to pay for it.
Mhm.
Plus, you got paid, and you now have supplies for your business.
Yeah.
And like, I know when I first started and everybody was talking about like, join the Scentsy Club, buy a brick, buy a box. It seemed to me like, oh, great. Now I'm going to be spending all this money and I'm never going to be able to get ahead. But it's really not like that. Once you're in a couple months and you start getting your pay and you're making money, reinvest some of that into yourself. It's well worth it. But for now, go with your credits. Use
So
your credits
true,
to
yeah.
better your business. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. Thank you for adding that, Patty. That's very
Yes,
important.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, one of Orville and Heidi are our owners, and one of the things that Orville always says is that don't spend family money on Scentsy, spend Scentsy money on family. So we don't want you to be your sole support for your business. We want you to sell it to other people and earn free and half price stuff to support your habit.
When I started, there was no
by
Scentsy.
selling to other people. So I mean, that's the way this business is supposed to work. This is Callie, by the way.
I actually just started a Scentsy
So
Club
yeah, you know, I mean, so
2
really,
months ago. So, and I've been in this for like 10 months. And that was only because Johnny Appleseed it's back now, but at that time it wasn't being sold anymore. So I put 5 bars in my club, and they are because I have 5 customers that love Johnny Appleseed and want it every month. So, but like, just ease yourself into that. What I learned from Peg from the beginning was once you start making money, it's a great idea to put 1/3 away for taxes, 1/3 back into your business, and 1/3 into your family, your pocket, whatever. If it doesn't always work out evenly like that, or you have extra expenses at home, or you want to do something else, those credits are the best thing to build your business. The best thing. So I'll
And
be
that
quiet
is
again.
that 1/3, that is something that Orville said too at a training, and I don't care if you make $20. If you make $20, you pay yourself 1/3, you put 1/3 away, and and taxes is a whole other conversation. But lots of times at the end of the year, I don't have to pay anything in taxes, and I get that money back. So it's a little savings that I have, and then I get to do something special with my family with the money that Uncle Sam didn't take. So, and that's a nice little nest egg, but you put 1/3 of your business. So think of it this way. We're talking about sending these scent circles out to your customers and stuff like that. If you haven't made enough money or you haven't earned enough credits to get those free and half price, don't send it out. Wait until build your business to earn those kind of things. Then you send it out. Don't be spending all your money on it, because you'll never feel accomplished. You'll never feel accomplished if everything that you make, you're spending back in. You want to feel like you're successful. So always follow that.
And
So thank you for adding that, Patty.
Your samples can be very simple when you first start out. Like, you got your kit, obviously. I don't know what kit you got, but if you got those felt samples that came with it, and you got a wax bar, I don't know, black, is that what you got? Is they still do that? The black berry vanilla? Yeah. There's your first samples. You melt that wax, you dip them felts, you put them in an envelope with a handwritten little sticky, like, thanks so much, or I'm just starting out, hope you love this. One stamp, and your first samples are sent out, and it costs you stamps. So do not overdo until you get to that point where, you have the money to do it. You don't want to waste your home money, your family money on trying to build this. Your business is going to build.
Right. You have products.
Yeah, with a product sheet. Exactly.
Hold them up.
Exactly. And plus, I'm sure you got like the little thank you notes with your kit too, the thank you cards. But if you got a hostess kit, that's why it doesn't come with that.
Yeah, I got a hostess kit.
Okay. Okay. You might not.
So the hostess kit's a little bit smaller, but I mean, when you were the hostess, you got free and half price stuff. So, use your free and half price credits to get some of the supplies that you need, buy yourself some extra bars, and whatever bar you've got, that's the bar you make samples of.
I definitely want to
buy the little baggies.
I want to get I'm more than halfway to the shooting star and unlocking the shooting star. So I want to get that. And then that I really want to.
That kid is amazing.
I want it so bad.
I want that too. I need to get a recruit for $1,000 in the next 19 days. That's what I need.
That's right.
When I first started, we didn't get the sample, the felt samples.
Why 19 days? Oh, I'm sorry. Why
But
19 days?
It said I'm down to 19 days, right? Is there a
Oh,
time?
for your
limit on
first
start?
70 days? Is that what you're talking about?
I guess.
shooting star is 15 days.
Yeah, shooting star is 15 days.
I got that.
Sensational,
I got this. I
sensational
got,
start 1,
yeah,
2,
I
and
have,
3 is 70 days.
yeah, right now it says I have 19 days for my sensational start level 3. I want the star. I
Yay!
want the star.
You
Wait,
already got the star.
wait a
The
minute,
star
you already got
warmer
the
comes
star if
with
you earned level
sensational
2.
start too.
Did you earn 2?
Yeah, it's, well, I don't know. It says sensational start too. Oh gosh, can you say?
Let me see.
It was being nice. Hold on, let's see if we can do this again.
So that, okay, sensational start level 2.
So you need to reach 3,000 in 19 days or sign someone up who
Or get a
reaches
recruit.
active, but
Right.
they have to be active, right?
Yeah.
Right. You'll get there.
Absolutely.
The secret, it's in your head.
Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna find a way. I just posted for it. I said, I have 19 days to find somebody who wants to do this with me. Let's do it. I don't care. There's no shame
There
in
we
my
go.
game.
That's right. Yeah, it's no shame. No shame in your game. That's right. You hear that, Mandy? No shame in your game.
Back to Mandy's question was about like, how do you handle the multi-level marketing? Do you watch
Mhm.
do you have TikTok? My
Yes.
TikTok is like right now during COVID, everyone's little hobbies are taking off. Like everybody, like there are a lot of people who are still, my sister-in-law's a nurse. She hasn't worked through it all because she works in a pediatric long-term care center. So she, believe it or not, has been home with the boys and she's going crazy. And all these people are doing all these craft pages. So when somebody says that to you, I would just turn around and say, Scentsy allows me to have my small business because I couldn't figure, like, this is what I decided to do. And that's what I tell people. I have the thank you for supporting my small business stickers, got one on all my Scentsy circles right in the middle. And
Mhm.
then it also went to seal the envelope. Like, you just have to remind people, no, this is my small business. And if a page pushes you off, I would go reach out to the admin and go, I really need to understand why you're pushing me off because I feel discriminated against because this is my small business. This is how I'm supporting, whether it doesn't matter what you're putting into, it's for your family,
Right.
whether it's fun money or whatever. Who are they? So when we talk about the secret, perception is reality. So if people are pushing back on you about the multi-level marketing, we're going to go back, Patty. We talked to Patty about that last week. Like, it's really, believe it or not, you have to stop and realize it's in your delivery. You're so focused on that resistance. That's what you keep attracting. Soon as
Right.
you get rid of that, soon as you get rid of it. So if somebody says to me, Kate, it's multi-level marketing, I go, well, then damn, it must be the best multi-level marketing I've ever done because I earn my money. Nobody earns my money for me. And if someone joins, maybe I'll get a little bit of kickback. But for me, I'm looking forward to maybe having a group of people I get to motivate like Peg.
Right.
No, it's not some pyramid scheme. It's not, I'm going to sign up 5 of you and I'm just going to sit at home and eat ice cream and wait for you to make me money. I make no money.
Right.
If I'm not doing it for myself. So again,
Right.
You have to retrain your brain and understand that when you get that over and over, stop and go, what am I saying? That's what they're hearing. How am I delivering it? That's what they're hearing,
Right.
and then just retry it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah,
I
no,
get asked-
I've only had it from like getting banned from the neighborhood app myself,
But
but
now
I have seen like on other platforms where
Right.
people have,
So them putting parameters around it is one thing. Like,
Right.
you can't post every day about Scentsy. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
of
how come
course.
one long guy can do it and I
Right.
can't do it? What's the difference?
Right, exactly. And like I saw it somewhere else too. Where was it? Oh, in this local Mummies and Me group that I joined, it basically says you can't mention, I'm just trying to build some relationships. And if I happen to, it'll eventually come up, but
Right.
yeah,
Don't
so
market it. But
Right.
if you happen to be on one of those chats and you have a beautiful warmer going behind you, and
right,
someone goes, that's so pretty, that's not your fault. I would just say, oh,
Right.
contact me and I'll tell you more. I actually, that's my side business. But you
Oh,
know,
I know what it was. There was a link that was for boss women, and people were writing what they do.
Mhm.
And someone said, oh, I'm looking for work that I can work from home because my kids are home or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, don't listen to any of those, MLS, LMMs, MLSs, realtor, companies, they're going to come and they're going to, so there was just automatic, mentality out there that, I was just
Right.
like,
People don't understand it. Or you know what? Or maybe they tried it and they failed at it. And maybe that's
right.
what it is.
Yes.
But you
that's
also
true.
have to understand that there are so many people that are in like Pure Romance, Pampered. I don't know if Pampered Chef is the
The
same, but
colored
Pampered Chef.
nails. Yeah.
Exactly.
color
And
streak.
the basis of their company, like Peg said, is signing people up, and then forcing them to buy stock because they don't
Right.
have an actual website like we do where a customer can go on and order what they want. The consultant has to buy the stock and they get it at a cheaper price, sell it for what
Right.
it's listed in the catalog, and that's how the consultant gets paid. They don't get paid monthly like we do. They don't get, they're
No.
spending. I actually had a friend. This is how I got one of my team members. She had signed up to do Pure Romance.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted her to pay $59 to join. No big deal, right? $59.
Right.
She paid the $59, but she got nothing for it. A week later, they wanted her to go into debt for $1,000 that they would finance for her so that she could have this kit that she would
No
make
way.
$2,000 off of. If you don't have the $1,000, they will let you make payments. But usually what happens, of course, you're not going to sell, I'm recorded, so I'll be very couth about this.
Right.
You're not going to sell toys every single day to people. You're not going to do it.
Right.
So eventually you give up because you feel deflated. Now, what happens with them is they actually put this on your credit because you borrowed that $1,000 from them for this stock.
Wow.
So your credit is ruined unless you pay it off with all the interest. You have a boatload of toys that I don't know what you're going to do with. Go to a flea market, right?
Sounds like a fun Saturday night.
Here's my address right now. I'm kidding.
Seriously.
And that is what is ruining it for us.
Right.
I think because of COVID and because of all of these companies that are all on Facebook and all on social media
right now,
everybody is getting a bad taste thinking they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
like Lularoe.
not
Do you remember how popular Lularoe was? And
Right.
that was the same thing. They had to
Yes.
buy stock. And guess what? If you got some pizza leggings, in a size small, and nobody in a size small wanted pizza leggings, you're stuck with the pizza leggings. And then what happened is the Lularoe consultants were trading with each other.
Mhm.
You
But
know,
nobody
trying
was
to find
making money.
okay, I need Wicked Witch leggings, trade me your witch leggings for the pizza leggings. And, and I mean, and that's what was happening. They were becoming their own. And for them, the investment was $5,000.
Mhm.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, like
They had to buy stock.
I joined Scentsy for $20. Anyone that joined with a party paid $59, and the most you're paying is $99. But the things that you get in that kit are all usable, resellable, or like normal times would be used to have house parties.
Right.
So it's actually benefiting your business. So like
Wow.
to attract, like Kate says, like when you become defensive against the accusations and you're defending crap that people don't even know about or know the
Right.
reality of, then you're just feeding into them.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
I would
true.
just
Don't
copy and paste the facts.
Yep. Perception is reality.
Yeah.
So if you perceive that there's something shady, they're going to read that something is shady. But I mean, the
Or
other thing
just
too is
ignore it and move on. In
and it
my
goes
opinion.
against your branding. if you,
I really would
There's no
ignore and move
catch.
on.
You don't have to defend what you do. This is your small
Exactly.
business. You do it because you love it. And if they don't get it, they don't appreciate it, they don't like the product, that's fine. Everybody doesn't have to like it, you know?
And
Whether
also
that's
That's true.
with human nature, like with Positive Peg, when she posts positive things, no, seriously, when she
No,
posts
it's true.
positive
It
things,
breeds
people
positivity.
respond positively.
Mhm.
You post your little, shout out about your business or what you're doing. You have the very first person that says, "Oh, this is a scheme." The next person's going to jump on and say something negative. The next person, it's not going to be positive because your first response was something negative. That's when you just say, you know what? You can't fix stupid.
Yeah.
So walk away from it.
No, there's
No.
another show
right.
on Netflix that's called Social Dilemma. I don't know if you guys
Okay.
watch Social Dilemma. So Social Dilemma is basically all about social media. So it talks all about, dating websites, and it talks about Facebook, and it talks about Twitter, and, all these different things. And one of the key things, I mean, honestly, if you watch it, you might want to like never let your kids on social media. All these people who develop this don't have their kids on social media. But like, what they talked about, how the guy who developed the like button, he developed the thumbs up button, and that was supposed to be a positive thing. And here it turned out with teenage kids were killing themselves because they post their picture and didn't get enough likes. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the way things went south. But one of the key things that I took out of that whole thing, and I got all over my sister about this, my sister is always posting the things about animal abuse. Like, oh my God, this is horrible that these people are doing this to the animals. And I said, you know what? I don't ever see those things on my post. How do you see these things in your feed all the time? I don't ever see them. After watching The Social Dilemma, it's because that's the way the algorithms work with Facebook. I'm Positive Peg. I post positive things all the time. You know what I see? I see all these holistic things. I see all these positive things. I'm not seeing animals being abused. My sister is on all these animal pages, and she comments on them, and she shares them on how awful they are. So they say, oh, you must want to see these. Let's give you more. And that's really, I mean, you think about that. So you need to create the algorithms of what you want to attract. And that's what you do. You put that out, you put that energy out there, what you want, and that's what you're going to get back. If you focus on that negative, you're going to get more negative. And that's the same thing with, The Secret. Like I've been thinking this way for years and didn't know that's actually the secret. That's the secret, the secret.
yeah.
Putting that
Patty?
positive energy out there, and that's what you get back.
Patty, on an unrelated note, no, you can't fix stupid. However, you can lock it in a room and laugh at it while it tries to get out in an hour or less. It's fun.
She's got an escape room.
I know. I heard. I'm not going to come because I'll be stupid and not be able to find the damn door, and you all be cracking up. Yeah. Nope.
Is that where the toys are?
Look, she popped in and popped out. And don't lock me in that room either with the toys. No.
There's no, I can't do that. No. It's funny though, because when I first opened, I'm in a very conservative small town, and, I'd ask these people trying to find a place to rent, and told this lady I'm going to take groups of 2-day people. I'm going to lock them in themed rooms with hidden clues and puzzles. They have to solve their way out in an hour or less. And she's like, oh no, not here. I think she thought I was going to do some sort of S&M thing.
It was your delivery.
Locking people in rooms for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm in the Bible Belt. That's the problem. And people are afraid to live on the edge.
That's right. Lock me in a room, Where in Philly, we're like, yeah, I'll break that lock.
Right?
Those are called rage rooms. It's a completely different thing.
Where are you at, Jennifer? Where do you live at?
Eastern New Mexico.
Okay. Hold on. Is Scentsy popular there, or are you like? Are there a lot of?
There are a lot of consultants here, but there are a lot of consultants who don't want to do the work. I've gotten so many customers from so many other consultants who, like, when diffusers first came out, if you broke your shade and you needed a new shade, you could get the shade from a consultant, but the consultant didn't earn any commission for getting that shade. So I had customers who had broken shades, wanted shades, but the consultant they bought it from had no interest in getting them the shades. I got to recruit 2 new customers because I got the shade.
Right.
And now,
right,
I mean, you get commission on it, but back then you didn't.
right.
So
Well, that goes back to the whole customer service thing. I have a member of my team in, I forget what part of Texas. I want to say San Antonio area. I'm not really sure, but I can't remember right now. But she said that there are not a lot of consultants where she is. She joined last month under one of my frontline. She's doing amazing, amazing. Like,
I'm close to an Air Force base, so
oh, okay,
there's bunches of them here,
yeah.
but only one that'll lock you in a room. That's how
My
people
goal
come
is
out of
to
the
get,
escape and they're like, well, how did you come up with this idea? Why do you do this? I'm like, funny you should ask. I went to a Scentsy convention and they're like, huh? But I went to a Scentsy convention in Vegas in 2015, played my first escape room, walked out hooked, and now all I do is lock people up and make them smell good.
that's awesome.
And make them look good.
Oh,
I
yeah. Well, yeah. I do
my
marry.
goal is to get one consultant in every state of the United States. So that's been my goal for, I don't know what, 6 months now.
Yep, look.
Is
Got
that
our
our
map.
map? Do you have my Texas rip? No, nope, you don't. We got Texas.
You got a Texas? When'd you get it?
Oh yeah, last month.
I have Texas.
Oh, crap.
You
Hey,
got
I
North
got
Carolina. Do you got North Carolina?
I got North Carolina,
Okay, we got 2 in North Carolina now. We got Texas.
South Carolina, we have Florida, we have Oklahoma, Arizona. Now we got
Uh-huh.
Texas. I have to color Texas in.
Yep, that's a big state too.
That's a big one.
I have Texas to Mexico. Woo.
I got Texas my first month. I feel special.
You have a Texas consultant?
Oh,
I
no,
live-
I haven't. Oh, I probably could get her. I wonder if I could. She never bought Scentsy before.
Well,
I live
apparently
20,
Texas
30
does
miles
not
from
have a lot
Texas.
of consultants, so it's a good state
You know,
to hit.
Texas has a ton of consultants, but there's
My girl said, this girl told me like there's no consultants around her. Look up
Wow.
her numbers. Anne Marie, Tracy, something May. She's got like 4 names.
That's a Southern thing.
Yeah, right. She's under Beth.
Okay.
My kids all
Okay.
have 4 names, except for
Do they?
they do. I'm South Jersey. It's a South thing, South Jersey.
They still South.
That's right. It's still south. I'm coloring Texas in.
Woohoo! We're lucky
Yeah,
we
my
have
son-
one name in Philly.
My
It's like,
son
hey,
is,
you.
my son is Jacob Lowell Alexander, and then his last name Burlap.
I have
Okay.
3 names.
You have a
Margaret Elizabeth
confirmation name?
Julia.
What is it?
Margaret Elizabeth Julia.
Yeah, that's how my kids
Is
are.
that your confirmation name?
Well, yeah, my one grandmother was Margaret Elizabeth. My other grandmother was Julia Dingler. So my name was Margaret Elizabeth Julia Dingler.
Yeah. That's Jacob.
I have
My
a
Lowell.
name was
nun.
almost Olaf Rupert, but it's not.
But it's not.
I have a nun name. Like
You'll
I,
find quickly. My whole family, we're all a
Saint
bunch
Patricia.
Patricia Mary Teresa. Can you
Mm.
just see the sister in front of that?
my mother's sister, Margaret Mary.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call her, Sister Margaret Mary, all the time. And then I
It
get
would've
people to
been-
go, how do you peg out of that? I go,
Every
over a
Irish
six-pack,
family in
100
Philly has a nun and a priest in it. Every one of them.
Yep. We don't have a nun. We have a priest.
We have a
A
priest and a
Jesuit
nun.
priest.
I have a priest. I had a couple priests, but my one priest, my cousin.
You know what? Hold on. I'm going to stop recording.
Okay. Yeah, that's